Morning. Quite the interesting night last night. My first bear lurking around my campsite incident, which obviously is not enjoyable. So, let me get back to that in a sec. So this is where I ended up moving my campsite in the middle of the night. And I'll, like I said, get back to that. So I wanted to find a protected place away from the river down there so I could hear well enough for my immediate surroundings if anything was moving. So I slept on this ledge. That is the one entrance, reasonable, through the bushes, so I definitely hear that. So I went up there and slept right here. That was my sleeping area. So to get up there, you'd either have to go through the bushes, or I guess kind of other entrance would be climbing up those rocks, or hopping this 5-foot ledge, or jumping down there. So I felt pretty good. Obviously, sleeping on a ledge, not the most comfortable, but I got some sleep. So, anyway, how when I got to that point, still pretty beautiful. I'd say still worth it. Going to John Muir Pass today. Alright, so fall asleep about 9 or so last night, and I never looked at the clock, but probably a couple hours into sleeping, I hear one rustle, and I'm like, okay, one rustle could be whatever. Sounded, decent size, but don't, make any crazy decisions after one rustle. Then I hear 2 and 3, and they both sound, reasonably big. So I'm like, okay, gotta get the headlamp on. Always have the bear spray and the knife kind of ready next to me. So I jump out of the tent and grab a hiking pole, as that's another means to make some noise and whatnot. And what do you know, I'm looking around and see some pretty big eyes off 30-40 yards kind of into the woods, kind of perusing the perimeter of my campsite. And I've had a couple other experiences where you see a big animal and you can tell at night by their eyes how high off the ground they are and how far apart they are, on their head. If you see say like a raccoon, it's close to the ground, eyes are close, so it's not big. Well, these eyes were, I don't know, I'd say 3 feet off the ground and kind of far apart. So I start making as manly, deep, loud, noises as I can, throwing rocks at it and banging pole against a tree. And I don't know where it went after that. So I'm making noise for, I don't know, like 10 minutes and breaking branches loudly. I feel like I don't have any true research to back this up, and maybe there's no actual what do you call it, peer-reviewed literature to back this up. But my general instincts would say breaking branches is I think a pretty instinctual behavior or sound that most animals in the night are privy to. So the louder the branch break, the louder the animal potentially. So I'm taking good sized branches and breaking them hard against some other downed logs, and yeah, I imagine that'll elicit some instinctual reaction from any animal. So anyway, using that as another kind of deterrent. So making noise for 10 or so minutes, and I'm like, all right, well, I'm gonna stay at the ready, but I'll get back in my tent, see what happens. Headlamp still on, bear spray knife still ready to go, and within a couple minutes here, a little more rustling. So I'm like, okay, time to get back out of the tent, make some more noise. And didn't see any eyes this time, but I stay out there for longer, and I'm like, okay, this time I'm gonna turn the headlamp off and just sit on a log outside my tent and see if I hear anything after that. Maybe it's just waiting for me to be quiet, think the coast is clear, and come try to grab my food. Some of which was in a bear can, as it's supposed to be. I loaded that up as much as I could. Put that, I don't know, 75 yards away or so, but on a big food resupply, can't fit all your food in the bear can, so some of it's in my earth sack in my tent, so maybe you can smell that. So get my tarp and sleeping bag out as well outside of the tent. I'm like, all right, well, sleep outside of the tent tonight. I'll be ready at a moment's notice, or at least more so than in the tent. And each time, like, I turn the headlamp off, trying to go to sleep. Tried that at least once in the sleeping bag. I hear some more movement. I'm like, all right, I don't know if this is gonna work, but the last straw, and it's really strange, I have my headlamp off, and in the distance towards my bear can, I see some reflective light, and I do not have my headlamp on, so it's not coming from me as it would be, when I saw the eyes with my headlamp on. You gotta move this, damn it. So I'm like, okay, where is this reflection coming from? As far as I know, there are not any lightning bugs in California. Didn't look like a lightning bug. In fact, it looked like one eye, like one dot, one eye, maybe like 5-6 feet off the ground, as if I had my headlamp on. So I'm like, well, maybe there's an explanation that I'm not aware of. And then shortly thereafter, another 15 seconds later, I see like a vertical line reflection, same color, kind of same height, as this other one that kind of looked like an eye. Okay, what animal or I don't know thing makes a vertical reflective line with no light around. Moon was not out. And then both of them, disappeared shortly thereafter. And mind you, I had been in this area because that's where I put my bear can. I know there were no other people, no other tents there. Nothing of, I think, human reflective material. And when I went to pick my bear can up, because I decided to move, I was like, all right, F this place. 12. I'm just gonna hike a mile or whatever up the trail. I'm not gonna be able to sleep now anyway. So I go over there and there's nothing there. So I don't have a good explanation for that. Kind of trippy, kind of freaky. But seemed like the right decision to leave that area, be it bear, be it weird little reflective stuff that disappears. I don't think I was hallucinating. Not doing drugs. Pretty alert. Pretty awake. So anyway, that's what brought me to that ledge where I got some crappy sleep. But I feel awake enough now. And my mom got me some coffee bars, like chocolate, caffeine. Damn, bugs everywhere. I'm just gonna have to kill this one. I'm gonna keep coming on me. You're gonna die. Ah, dead. Want to see it? Yeah, dead. Dead. Dead, right there. They're all gonna die. Anyway. So, weird night. Say what you will. I think I've talked about this before. There are people out here who I think are way overconfident. Be it naively, be it foolhardy about the animals out here that can potentially kill them. I think when you are alone and you are dealing with one of these animals at night, you gain a new respect. Be it bears or mountain lions. Oh yeah, I forgot about that. On my way up to the ledge sleeping area, I saw another set of eyes. This time I don't know how to identify them. It could have been an animal crouching or sleeping as I walked by about 10 to 20 yards away in a bush. But I would say the eyes they're pretty big as far as their actual size, and then 6 or so inches apart. That's a pretty big animal, and maybe a small bear, maybe a crouching bear. The only other thing it didn't move like a deer. I feel like deer's eyes are narrow and on the sides. These eyes were like, flat across the face, as predators usually are. Prey animals on the side, predators facing forward. I think there are some like mule deer here, and then there might be some sort of sheep. I don't know if it's bighorn sheep. There might be something else like that. But I think their eyes are on the side too. So the only two things I could think of are bear and mountain lion. And mountain lion's super elusive. So it's not like you really creep up on one. So either, if it was a mountain lion, it's trailing me a little bit, and I just happened to turn the headlamp at the right time to see it. It's like 3 weird things all in one night, so I think good choice to go sleep up on that ledge. But probably get a nap today at some point and catch up a little bit on sleep. Mike is coming to visit in a week. I need to average about 20 miles a day, which is no easy task in the Sierras. I mean, you just got 1 or 2 passes a day. This one today, the John Muir Pass, is like almost 12,000 feet, and I'm starting at like 9,000 in this valley or meadow. And my freaking front heel on my right foot, ball of my foot, is still sore. So I'm hobbling along. Nobody said it was going to be easy. But it is beautiful. And getting hot. Alright, enough blah blah. This is easily the longest video I've made. See you tomorrow. Probably later today. I'll probably take a video of that pass. I'm sure it'll be nice.